Well, the environment and the economy go hand in hand. That point was made clear today by the governors of both Georgia and South Carolina as they talked in front of the Environmental Council of the states in Savannah today. Now, the purpose of ECOS is to improve the capability of state environmental agencies to protect and improve human health and the environment of the country. WSV's Isley Herschel has more for us on what they said.
Andrew, tourism plays a big role in the economy for both states. It makes up 1/3 of it in South Carolina, and it's Georgia's second largest economic contributor. Governors Kemp and McMaster say the quality of life in Georgia and South Carolina is enhanced when state and local parks are well cared for. They say it also spurs economic growth.
Great state parks, a lot of the natural resources that we're protecting and preserving in the state, they're open to the public for recreational use, so it's a big part of our economy too.
They want to get out in the woods, they want to get on the border, they want to go fishing.
Representatives from environmental services of both states want to do the same thing, work together to strengthen the environment and the economy. They say they work hard with leaders in each state to bring in economic developments that benefit everyone. Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Isley, thanks so much. Well, many people in our community alarmed after rumors of a raid in our area by Immigration's Customs and Enforcement agents. WSV's Danielle Cobb's been working to find out the truth behind the operation.
While rumors circulating around say 50 people were taken into custody this weekend, we've only confirmed at least 5 were taken here from this Mexican grocery store, including cherished employees and customers. That's according to one employee at La Poblanita Fresh Market in Ridgeland, who says several people were taken on Saturday, including workers and regulars at the store. Video obtained by WSAV shows a large local police presence in what looks to be federal immigration authorities at the market. We're told by a few customers that there was also activity in other areas of Jasper County. Federal authorities confirming to us today that they were in the county serving several search warrants alongside other agencies. One Ridgeland resident says she's completely shocked that their small and tight-knit town was taken over by federal authorities.
Honestly, I drove by and yes, it broke my heart because I seen people that I knew that were arrested. They had handcuffs sitting down right here. And it honestly broke my heart because I was like, there's no way there's people that I know that are here arrested by ICE.
While we were told information would be shared as early as today, after reaching out to federal authorities, they say nothing will be released until later this week, including how many warrants were served, what they were for, and how many people were taken into custody. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
There's some relief for TSA agents in our area and around the country as President Trump redirected money from the Department of Homeland Security to pay them. Agents have been working for weeks without getting those regular paychecks due to a partial government shutdown. That led many agents to call out sick in long lines at many airports, including Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta International. Now, wait times at security checkpoints at many of these airports, good news, have now eased. As WSCV's Jillian Coles is going to tell us right now, this relief may not last long. She's live right now at the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport. Jillian?
Andrew, as you can see behind me, we're not experiencing long lines or delays here at our airport, despite TSA agents facing now 3 missed paychecks. Now, with President Donald Trump's redirection of funds through the Department of Homeland Security, some TSA agents are seeing part of those funds hit their bank accounts. Aaron Baker, president of the American Federation of Government Employees, Local 554, says many agents say 2 or 3 missed deposits Monday morning. Some have seen delays in that money entering their accounts, but expected soon. Baker says it depends on which bank they have. He says with Congress now in a 2-week recess, they're left questioning when they'll see the full payback and if that 4th paycheck will even come.
My colleagues, I have spoken with them, and they are grateful that they have gotten what they have, but officers want to be made whole. No one should have to be waiting on their paychecks.
Now, officials say TSA agents cannot accept donations in the form of cash and even Visa gift cards. So to learn how to support them in this time, tune in to News 3 at 5. Reporting live in Savannah, Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3. On your side.
Well, as gas prices continue to climb, state officials in Georgia are working to bring some drivers some relief. The state attorney general says gas stations could face consequences if they don't follow along. Governor Kemp suspended the gas tax for 60 days after prices surged due to the war with Iran, but some stations haven't complied yet. Attorney General Chris Carr warning the suspension is mandatory and violators will be investigated and prosecuted if necessary. He adds, quote, "Now is not the time to play games at the expense of Georgia consumers." According to AAA, the national average price for 1 gallon of regular unleaded is now $3.98. That's up a full $1 from last month. And although some gas stations aren't complying with the state tax suspension, it is still providing overall relief to drivers. The average price for gas, about $3.58 a gallon. That's down 11 cents from last week. The most expensive markets currently, Atlanta, Athens, and Gainesville. Over in South Carolina, the current average hasn't changed since last week. It sits at $3.64 a gallon. The most expensive markets, Sumter, Columbia, and Greenville. Several lawmakers have been working on a resolution to pause the state's gas tax in South Carolina as well. If approved, that tax would be suspended for 30 days. And a man accused of murder in Beaufort County now facing another charge, this time in Columbia. The Columbia Police Department arrested 23-year-old Xavier Barnes on charges of murder and possession of a deadly weapon. This is in connection to an incident back in July where Barnes is accused of shooting and killing a man in Richland County before disposing of his body in Orangeburg County. The motive for this shooting still under investigation. Now, Barnes was previously charged in the 2021 shooting death of 18-year-old Trey Blackshear at a church in Bluffton. At the time of his most recent arrest, Barnes out on bond for Blackshear's murder. Columbia police say they're in contact with the 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office to force him back into custody until trial. Now, Savannah police need your help finding the person responsible for a weekend shooting downtown. SPD responded to a ShotSpotter report about the 600 block of Cape Street 1:30 Sunday morning. When they arrived, officers say they found a man with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. If you have any information that can help in this case, call Crime Stoppers anonymously, 912-234-2020. And a major move by the city of Savannah could reshape part of one of the most historic neighborhoods. Leaders looking to take over dozens of blighted properties in Kyler Brownsville. The plan, though, also raising questions about property rights. The Kyler Brownsville neighborhood is a historically significant African-American community. Officials say these properties meet the legal definition of blight. They cite unsafe conditions, repeated illegal activity, and long-term neglect. Now, through eminent domain, the city is going to seek court approval to take ownership. They're going to offer fair market value where possible. Once they're acquired, the properties are expected to be transferred to the Land Bank Authority for redevelopment. That includes affordable housing, and local leaders say the move responds to years of complaints from residents about crime, safety risks, and declining property values tied to those abandoned homes. And while some community members support the cleanup efforts, they remain cautious about the use of eminent domain in a historic neighborhood. They're calling for more transparency and community involvement moving forward.
Not just here to take houses away from people. We want to make sure that we build the community in a way in which people who leave, come back, find value in the community, build the community, not just sit on it and see how much they can get in the long run.
City officials say the next step heading to Superior Court with hearings expected in the coming days. Now, if it's approved, redevelopment could begin as early as next year.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
Well, thankfully this afternoon we haven't been dealing with many major traffic issues across the area. Here's the view overlooking Interstate 16 at Pooler Parkway in Pooler. Westbound and eastbound traffic flowing pretty smoothly for right now. However, we do have a delay at the state line on I-95 northbound, so speeds down to around 45 miles per hour, but Interstate 16 itself flowing pretty smoothly overall considering the time of day. If you're heading from downtown Savannah to Pooler, it will be taking you just about 11 minutes right now.